about you. It makes me wanna fart.
It's I hope we never part. Now get it right or pay the price.
Now we will share a lifetime of the fondest memories. By the lake of Anawana, sat in the pine trees.
Camp on, we hold you in our hearts.
But when we think
The thing came apart.
We gotta wanna speak, gotta wanna live, wanna out.
Hey dudes and dudettes, thanks for tuning into this episode of the Be Kind and Rewind podcast, a podcast chock full of everything that is nostalgic about the 80s, 90s, and more, where we chat with our favorite celebrities about our nostalgia-filled VHS days. This episode, we're jumping from one nostalgic channel to another, from Nickelodeon, TGIF, and the Disney Channel, with more, and plenty more, with my guest who's been gracing our presence with her roles in Family Matters, Sister, Smart Guy, and most notably Telly Radford from Nickelodeon's Salute Your Shorts. So I welcome actress, producer, writer, and director Venus DeMilo Thomas.
Well, thank you so much. You're so kind.
Oh, I try to be as kind as I can to my fellow Camp Anawana campers, so I appreciate you taking the time to be on the show. Just kind of hopping right into it like we always do on the show. You started out acting as an extra, a baby, as an extra in a movie. So after that, at what point did you know you wanted to keep acting?
Oh, wow. Gosh.
Was it kind of forced upon you? Just like, yeah, I'm kind of good at this. I might as well keep going.
You know, I don't think I really knew what was going on. I was so little.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was an extra on Hill Street Blues. I was in Roots 4. That's a television series that Steven Spielberg made. I was actually a baby. I played Diane Carroll's baby in that. I remember being on set as a kid and how exciting it was. When I started to get into elementary and doing commercials like Beach Blast Barbie, like I knew like the whole thing is mostly the audition process. Like everyone's like, oh, do you like acting? Like, do you like going to, 3 auditions in a week, possibly 2 auditions in a day? That's what the life is. It's not just being on set. That was a long time ago. But I had lost my 2 front teeth. And I remember that experience. And it's just always been fun to be able to not have to go to school and to go to school on the set and then know that I was taking these days off and that my teachers would be so generous and give me my homework and I would get to meet new kids and new people and be around. Yeah. So, and then I'm just an outgoing kind of a person. Mm-hmm. So any opportunity to be in front of people, something that my parents used to do back in the day when they used to have parties, they used to wake me up and have me come out and perform for their friends, dance and.
So after you did a couple roles as you're pretty young, getting older. At what age were you when you were auditioning for Salute Your Shorts?
That was like 8th and 9th grade. So I was in 8th grade. And that was a cool period of time. Gosh, no, that was before that. My resume when I talk to you, I got to get the timeline right. Right. And when we were shooting until like midnight. Yeah, so that was like 8th grade, and then our last season was when I was in high school. So it was a great period of transition for me, But yeah, Salute Your Shorts was great. And I remember, I was auditioning with like the girls from Sister, and it's like and it's like I knew them before that even like I knew Urkel before I did Family Matters, like so it's just like it became a community of great kids doing great stuff,
like friendly competition kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. Definitely. I mean, and then for like the twins to even let me be on their show after, it's like after Salute Your Shorts, and I every time I see them, they're so sweet. But Yeah, it was a really good time. Eighth and ninth grade, formative year.
And you auditioned like for each girl. You weren't just auditioning for Telly.
Yeah.
You auditioned each one of them. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's great when you get to come back 4 or 5 times. But you got to go back 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
you know,
go through each time. And did you like have different nuances and like kind of like how you did each character
definitely,
as well? Obviously,
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing karate when I auditioned for Telly initially. I remember that. It's like I definitely went into the whole character.
I gotta see your Dina audition. I gotta see how you go from Telly to Dina.
Right. Well, you know, it's like when you get that whole like acting thing, you just become the character, and that was before I was really taking acting classes or anything. But I was really able to take the character on and create a persona for myself, and playing like a tough girl or a bad girl just kind of like became my thing, you know. After that, so it's like
they form like shows around like your talents, like with sports and other things, your
right.
leadership skills and things like that.
Right.
You're always like leading the group. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Cheerleading and then sports stuff. I mean, I remember I did a Gatorade commercial with Mia Hamm years ago.
Nice.
I mean, and for the Beach Blast Barbie commercial, I got to play volleyball. I've actually been able to play roles as and jazz dance and stuff. So it's really just made sure that I'm, you know, able to express myself. And on that side of the coin, where casting directors are calling you and telling you what they want and what they don't want, and you know, just dealing with that and to see if they were able to join our agency. So that gave me another way of like looking at things. So now when I audition, I can actually see things from another perspective that most actors don't really get to see or experience.
Yeah, no, that's a definite advantage because, like you said, you get to kind of like the interviewer, interviewee type thing.
Right.
You get to feel it on both sides. So, well, I know probably not before you got on the show, but after you did the show, did you ever read the book that it was based off of, the Salute Your Shorts?
I mean, I have a signed copy, and I definitely flip through it. You know, it's like it's a really cool book.
Mm-hmm.
I should.
It's on pause on Audible, right? It's paused on Audible. Is that right?
Hey, I don't know about that technology. I'm barely able to do the Skype call with you.
Hey, we're making it work. We're advancing you to the next generation.
What technology? This is too much.
Nah,
but
we're making it work.
I'm such like a film buff. I went to film school, so like I learned how to edit on a flatbed, non-linear editing, and now everything is, or linear editing. Now everything is non-linear and digital. And I also worked as a digital intermediate producer, where I was able to do a lot of marketing movie trailers and work on post-production, the color, and I got to do the post on Machine Gun Preacher. That's how I was able to get my producer credit, which was an awesome experience. But it's like I love both sides of it, which makes it really cool.
Trailers nowadays are like almost more exciting
than the movies.
Movie. Like,
yeah,
if I see a good trailer and it gets me pumped and crying at the same time, it's done its job. So cool. So
I'm getting ready. I'm working on a documentary.
What documentary is this?
It's just it's a documentary about people in Los Angeles. I'm in the editing process of it now. But the first short film that I made went to the Sundance Film Festival, and that was many, many years ago. That was back in 2001.
And that was the we can get into that one. The Did I Wake?
Did I Wake You?
Exactly. Did I Wake You? Yes. Yeah. Did I Wake You?
And the Sundance panel licensed it. That was a great experience. So I'm just hoping to make another independent film and see what if I've grown, or if it's film, if it's what am I trying to say? If it's worthy.
So just finish up a couple things about Salute Your Shorts, and definitely want to get into some of your production stuff and writing. One thing I read, I saw that you attended the actual location, the Griffith Park, or the Griffith Park Girls Camp, where they filmed Salute Your Shorts. So what was that like, going back, or essentially getting paid to be a camper at that point?
To be a camper, I mean, that's just like your ultimate dream, right? So yeah, living in Hollywood or living in LA. Going to camp was just like huge because I wasn't always in school. So my parents wanted me to be around other kids. And over the summertime, if I could take a week and go to the cabins, and, you know, it was so exciting. And And I don't think that ever really, I don't know if that really came up like, oh, that's a requirement for being on Salute Your Shorts, but it just happened to happen that way. And then it was so awesome being able to shoot on location at the campgrounds, especially like at night. That was like so exciting for us, you know. It was like a slumber party, or you know.
How often do you guys get to stay on site?
Well, we would shoot on location probably like 2 to 3 days out of the week. And it just, I mean, and we would be at either there or at our soundstage. And our soundstage was like, you know, a treehouse inside. Like you got your bunk, everything.
The parks aren't very far from like just north of Hollywood, right? Is that right?
Yeah,
West Hollywood?
And I love, I mean, Griffith Park is awesome. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, I encourage anybody who can go to camp to do so. You know, it's just such a great experience. You make such great friends, and to just be able to be bored without a cell phone. I think people don't get to do that. I mean, it's like you could really make some really great bonds, and you know, and singing songs, and it's just so much fun.
Oh yeah, and the show itself just kind of gave off that vibe, like that innocent vibe of like just enjoy yourself. You didn't hit too hard with like, you know, super serious stuff, but enough things that made you think. But like it was mostly nonsense, but it was fun and playful. Yeah. I mean, they did a really great job with the show. When I see a lot of this stuff now with ours, and it holds up. It's got its own thing. It's really kind of cool. Oh, I'm
so happy to have been a part of that experience.
Yeah, I mean, not to sound crazy or creepy, but I watched like at least 15, 20 episodes just getting ready for this podcast. I just had it going. I was just getting things ready. I watched the Telly and the basketball. I got the cheeseburger in paradise. I was watching it all. So yeah, it's just it holds up. You know, like it just the comedy does. It all holds up well. So I like I said, I still enjoy it. I have it on my Amazon, so it's always ready to be watched.
And also, I play in a world league. Be anywhere, just on the website and say, "Hey, I want to play dodgeball," and like people will respond to you and let you go. So they have it all over the state, but I play in leagues in Los Angeles specifically. But when there is a tournament that I'm willing to fly to or go to, then I get a team. We get together, and you know, and just either people you played with in the past or, you know, new people who are on the page that say, "Hey, I need a team," and they let you play, and you get a name and some T-shirts, and you go out there and have fun.
Well, as long as you keep the two fronts, you don't want to lose the two fronts again. Gotta keep them. Gotta get it. Do you have
I know, but here's my thing. I mean, and people have face guards too, and there's a lot of actors that play, which is cool. So you get the opportunity to network with a lot of different people. So there's screenwriters, photographers, there's people from all different doctors, editors, like just anything, everybody, you know. But my thing is, I feel like if I get hit too hard or something, it'll be a great story to tell at an audition. You want to know how I got this black eye?
It's like those famous auditions, like I walked in, I had a black eye, but I got the part.
I got the part, exactly. So I'm not gonna like limit myself and say, oh, you can't play sports because you might not book a role. It's the sum of those experiences that make you a great, you know, is being out in the world and you know, just having fun or doing whatever, chasing whatever you love. That's what makes it great.
Well, cool. Like I said, I saw the dodgeball pictures. I was like, oh, she must be roughing some people up. Do you hold it by hand, or do you cuff it when you toss it?
You can't. There's a rule called no pinching.
Oh, okay.
So you cannot pinch the dodgeball.
You can't like.
And a lot of times you don't know like what set you're playing, if they're fresh, if they've been blown up all the way, if they have sweat on them, if they have blood on them. So you gotta like, you know,
many factors.
When you get a ball, you might wipe it off first. You gotta feel it out before you you know, you just have to take a break.
We're getting to the tail end of things. The last few things we'll talk about. We'll go into the Twitter poll. We had a Twitter poll for a favorite Salute Your Shorts episode. And the number one was the cheeseburgers in paradise. People were all about you getting donkey lips in shape, getting sponge ready for the wrestling tournament. So they cheeseburgers in paradise. Oh wait, Cheeseburgers, yeah, that was that one. That was Cheeseburgers in Paradise with the Ugg finding and eating all 37 cheeseburgers. So that was our Twitter poll for the #1 Salute Your Shorts episode, and we had a couple questions. The first question we had was from the Halloween podcast at the Halloween Pod. He said that you played 2 different characters on Sister Sister and Smart Guy. Did you bring that up when you were casted for the role?
No. It wasn't that I wasn't a different character. It's just that they decided to bring me back, and for whatever reason just decided to change my character name. So I don't, yeah. I mean, I was always the person.
They were just like, no one's gonna notice. Well, you at least blew one person's mind with it, because it seems like it's been bothering them for years. So he had to get it out. He's like, I had to find out if they brought it up in the casting, if she played why she's playing 2 different characters from the same person. So that was from the Halloween podcast. Oh, no. But the next one we'll go is Jay Sandlin Writer at Jay Sandlin Writer said, who came up with the nickname Donkey Lips? Was that already come up, or is that a pre-written in, or is that something on set?
Donkey Lips was Donkey Lips in the script, and that was so crazy to get a script that had the character name Donkey Lips, because you're like, what does that mean? What is that guy gonna look like? What is that, you know? Yeah. But like I was saying, that the writers thought about everything that went into the script. Steve Slavkin, the creator, and they also, I mean, it's like in people who wrote each episode, it's like my name, Telly Radford, I know that my name Angeles Radford Avenue. So that is from, you know, wherever they did, but there was nothing, you know, I think we definitely can, you know, the awful waffle and the food and the chanting and the, you know all that stuff. That was the writers for sure.
So it just comes to everybody's surprise. They walk on set and they see Michael Bauer, like, oh, this guy gets to get called Donkey Lips for the rest of his life. Then all right, okay,
right, yeah. I mean,
it's his. He gets to live with it. You guys get, you know, normal names. He's got to live with Donkey Lips for the rest of his life, which is good and bad, I guess.
Mean, you know, hey, it's like if you you want to be able to play a character like that. That's what you live for. Yeah, to be able to. Nobody else can say that ever.
No, not at all. Not at all. So yeah, like I said, Salute Your Shorts has just been such a huge, you know, thing in my life and so many people's lives. So I'm sure when I saw you did a reunion at the Kamikaze a couple years ago.
I hope we get to do another one.
Yeah.
For us to not really necessarily be in touch with each other. Mm-hmm. It's just such a great, just fun to be able to sit, hang out, and like have a drink. Now that we're old enough, you know? Yeah. I mean, and so it's just really, it's a lot. It's good to know that everybody's gone off to do their own thing, and. But
like you're saying, like it's been a huge part of a lot of people's lives who watch Nickelodeon, who grew up watching Nick in the Afternoon, and now me, like I said, I bought both seasons on Amazon, so it's something that I enjoy whenever I want to get a little extra nostalgic. So, but of course, you've done way more than just Salute Your Shorts. After Salute Your Shorts, we talked about some roles in Family Matters and Sister Sister and Smart Guy and some other roles. So what was that like, kind of transitioning out of the type of filming on Nickelodeon to start filming in, like, you know, probably, I mean, you knew at the time these iconic, you know, TV shows.
To like look into all of these different worlds and take on these different hats. And take them off too, which is also a good thing.
I bet a stressful one when we put on so many different emotions, different things, and you gotta just clear your mind after all that, you know, taking on, getting into character.
Definitely, but I wouldn't have it any other way. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I don't know who I'm gonna be. Like just last week, I had an audition for the role of a judge, so I had to, you know, become that persona, you know, and then then the next one, I'm a mom. You know, okay, so let me pretend like I've got kids. You know,
do you watch some Judge Judy before you go in? You're like, okay.
Well, I don't need to. I'm a Judge Judy. I mean, my dad watched Judge Judy pretty religiously, so I had that part down. Okay, and then my mom is super stern and being a talent agent. And she used to work in a law firm and having that poise, and all I had to do was pretend to be her.
There you go. She had you set from the beginning. You were born ready for the audition.
Exactly. So, and that's the great thing too, that you can relate to, and that's what the great thing is about acting, for me at least. And I want to be different. That's why I'm doing it.
Well, awesome. Well, like, not only acting, but you're doing like the producing, the writing, directing. So what do you have in the works? What's coming up? Are you gonna do some producing or writing, or are you gonna try to do it all in one?
Like I said, I'm working on a documentary, so hopefully that'll be out in 2018, and we'll see if it hits the festival circuit, how that'll be. I'll definitely let you know about it.
Yes, I mean, if Sundance liked your first one, I'm sure they're gonna love to see what you got coming up.
Check it out.
Well, then, like you said, you have the documentary coming out. We'll definitely get that nice and promoted when it's ready to go.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, where can people find you on social media then? If they want to follow you, on the projects or the dodgeball team, what you got coming up next?
Right. Well, I have a fan page on Facebook, and it's just my name, Venus DeMilo Thomas. That's DeMilo Thomas. And it has an Africa story. PS commercial. What's her name from? She plays Mabel. And I know she's also on.
Is that who you're talking about?
The show with the Last Minute. Kristen Shaw.
I think that's right. Sounds right.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a Gusto commercial with her right now, so you can check that out on YouTube. I'll send them to you so you can check them out.
We'll get those.
So yeah, for sure.
Well, awesome. What else are you guys? You got the commercials, got the documentary. Anything you writing?
Yeah. Well, the documentary is basically something that I've written. Passion projects go, but I'm constantly auditioning, so hopefully I will be able to post something soon for you to tune in and check out.
Definitely. Well, we definitely will be keeping a close eye, and I thank you again for taking the time for coming on the podcast. Of course, this is a dream come true for me because, like I said, a lifelong Salute Your Shorts fan. This is, like I said, an honor to be able to speak and pick your brain about all the awesomeness.
Thank you. So sweet.
Yes. So,
Salute Your Shorts needs to be on Netflix, and it needs to be on Hulu.
Let's get a petition
you
going,
guys send your comments to them so that it can become more widestream. I know that a show I was on called Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I was a recurring character on that show. That's coming to Hulu, I believe. So
awesome.
Go ahead and demand it, because these shows are great and everybody should be up.
Oh yeah, of course. So no, we'll get the petitions going. We'll get the pitchforks out. We're gonna get Salute Your Shorts on Netflix and all the other Hulu and all the other streaming apps. Why not? Again, Venus, I appreciate you taking the time. Everybody else, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Be Kind and Rewind podcast. Subscribe, like, follow, and rate the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spreaker, and YouTube. And don't forget to find the podcast on PoopCulture Network website at PoopCulture.com, along with other stellar podcasts as well. So thanks, and be excellent to each other.
What?